Hey everyone, it's Emanuel here. Right now it just turned 12 o'clock and I'm on a business trip. I just came back from a church service, quote unquote, that is in a secular business meeting hosted by this lady called Dani Johnson, D-A-N-I-J-O-H-N-S-O-N. Now, if you'll be honest, okay, you and I have been to church services that are just dead. All right, you dread Sunday going there because you know that you're gonna go there and you're gonna stand there, and maybe for a song or two you're gonna clap, and then you listen to a dry sermon and you go home and see where you can go eat. All right, but what I witnessed tonight is nothing like that. You gotta remember, this is a business seminar. People who are atheists, Muslims, Hindus, there are many Christians, but this is a secular business, meaning people who come here to learn how to grow their business, and they do, and there are many testimonies for that. But her heart, Dani Johnson, is not just to do that. Her heart really, as she says it tonight, is that the reason why I do this business seminar to help people grow their business, eliminate debt, heal their families. The reason I do that is because so that I can, in turn, give the gospel, give hope, and give life to others about Jesus. And I respect that. 100% of what she makes, everything goes to the poor. And she has a charity for that. Tonight, worship God, and afterwards, she shared a message. And then afterwards, she started having people, just stand up where they are. Whatever hurt they had, people that they have to forgive, start standing up. And she started going down the list. She very honestly shared her own life, where she, was a drug addict, she was molested, sexually abused, suicidal, had a heart attack, all these things, but God rescued her. And just being broken in front of people, not trying to hide it and say, oh, I'm all holy. We can learn something from a successful multimillionaire lady like this tonight. People start standing up, whether they've been hurt by their parents, their mother, their father, the sexually abused, their spouses. And then what she would do is, when these people stand up, she's not going to go around and be like, I'm this big old preacher. She has these other people say, hey, you see those people around, you go pray for them, you go minister to them, and confess, and on behalf of their husband, confess on behalf of their daughters, on behalf of someone else, and ask for their forgiveness and speak life over them. People start confessing and just being open. Different things happen. There was a lady apparently showed that she needed deliverance. Demons were being cast out, and a lady came out saying she has some kind of a cancer in her body. What was the response? She didn't say, oh, okay, well, maybe this is God's will to keep you in sickness, to teach you something. All this stupid stuff that we have in church, that we still have these most quote-unquote ordained ministers today teach death, and they put their bad experiences on the people, which they shouldn't. What we did tonight, she just anointed them with oils. This is not the will of God for you. Pray for her. Gave testimony. A girl came up with testimony. Pastor's daughter who had this huge stomach, as if she's pregnant. She's not. She had this mass in her body with documentation from doctors. Doctors are like, you got to do surgery, but then she wants to have children. And she does surgery in her stomach and uterus and all that stuff. She can't have a baby. God completely healed her in a 30-day period. Literal, tangible medical proof that God healed these people in the secular marketplace. And then she's calling widows. She started weeping. All over the room, through different reasons, people were weeping. They're being embraced. I was ministering and praying for other people, and I was being ministered to myself. This is the body of Christ. People praying for one another, ministering to one another, not to hold this front. Because, earlier in the day when we were doing the secular business meetings, everyone was sitting, looking all headed together and everything, But you know what? At night, when people are becoming honest, I was praying, I was closing my eyes, and God's like, do you see what's happening here? And I look around, you see how many people need help? And yet we, the church, including myself, and probably you, okay, we're not just going to point the finger, is that we just go to church every Sunday, oh brother, how you doing? Shake the hand. You don't really care about the service, and you go home. How stupid is that? You know what happened with those widows at the end? People start going up, start giving some money. We dump all this money in the box. I never in my entire life, even in church, seen that done once. And I grew up in a Christian church's family. At the end, people gave their life to Jesus. At the end of this meeting tonight, they're being prayed for. People who backslidden, turn their lives back to Jesus. Is that you? Today is to turn your life back to Jesus. You and I have the ability to give life all around us. We need to receive healing. When we receive healing, we receive freedom, we can go and give it to others. And God is looking for a generation who's not going to just be there in the church and just playing Christianese. We are in the end times, my friends. Whether you believe it or not, you don't understand the times, we are in the end times. And in this end time army, God is looking for people who will set others free and not keep people in bondage. Will you be the person who sets people free? When he calls